Let's imagine a drill sergeant. Got this picture in your mind? Here is a drill sergeant, and he's standing in front of a group of brand new recruits. His job as a drill sergeant is to, well, drill these guys and teach them how to become good soldiers. There is one word that the drill sergeant does not want to hear. If you want to trigger the drill sergeant and make your life miserable for your entire career in the military, you say this one two-letter word. Now, as you've already probably guessed, we're using an analogy in which the drill sergeant is the narcissist, and this guy who's going to say the two-letter word, the word, by the way, is no. You've probably already guessed that as well. But the drill sergeant begins telling his recruits what to do, and this one guy says, nah, I don't want to do that. What is the drill sergeant going to do? He is going to become triggered. Now, the narcissist will react or respond differently from a drill sergeant, maybe, but the drill sergeant is going to fly off the handle. The narcissist may do the same thing, but it depends where you are in the cycle of narcissistic abuse and control. Now, the word no has several different iterations. There's different ways to say no. And so there are different ways to say no to a narcissist, and I came up with 5 of these. Maybe you can think of more. That's why we have a comment section. You can share with others some of those things. But one of the ways you could say no to a narcissist slash drill sergeant is to say, you're wrong. So the drill sergeant tells you, this is the way we do it. This is how you hold, I don't know, a rifle or whatever. And you correct the drill sergeant. Imagine that you were to correct a narcissist, somebody who has already established himself or herself as a dominant figure in your life, the drill sergeant of your life. And you say, no, that's not how you do it. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, even if the narcissist is wrong, the drill sergeant, even if the drill sergeant is wrong and you know he or she is wrong, I guess there are women drill sergeants now, but you don't tell them, even if they're wrong, even if they are holding the rifle wrong, because, maybe you grew up on a farm and you did a lot of hunting, and your dad and your uncle Bill or Bob or whoever you had took you out hunting, and they showed you how to handle weapons. But the drill sergeant has a different way of doing it. And you don't dare tell the drill sergeant that he's doing it the wrong way. Because probably, he may be doing it the wrong way, or at least different. So the narcissist, same thing. It doesn't matter what it is in life. You don't tell him or her that she is wrong because, that will trigger them. And it's not just a thing that you are doing. It could be a belief system. It could be you disagree about politics. It could be you disagree about religion. It could be you disagree about the weather. Sports, they get all upset about that. You never tell a narcissist they're wrong without expecting them to be triggered. Number 2 is this, another iteration. How to tell a narcissist no that they don't want to hear it. And that is to say, not true. So they will tell you a story maybe, and you will challenge them. So, here are the recruits and the drill sergeant. I don't think drill sergeants tell nighttime stories to the recruits, right? But maybe, get them all tucked away on their bunks, and the narcissist drill sergeant comes in, and he has a seat in the middle of them, and he's got this little storybook, and he starts reading to them about military history. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could be that when you're out of the training field or whatever, the drill sergeant may start talking about why you do things and how this thing in military history happened, and that's why, based upon what we learned from that experience, we're doing it the way that we're doing it. And you tell the drill sergeant, no, I don't think that's true. I think you got your story wrong. You got your facts mixed up, and let me straighten you out. He's going to be triggered. Again, even if he's wrong, and he probably isn't, but the narcissist probably is, but even if they're wrong, you're not going to want to tell them that what they're saying is not true unless you want to trigger them. Well, maybe you do want to trigger them. Personally, I got better things to do than trigger narcissists. It may be fun, to watch them pop off and act like idiots, but to me, that's not particularly pleasurable. Someone else does it, and chances are they are already doing it to this person. I don't need to get into that, but still, you need to know that if you tell a narcissist that something he said isn't true, that he's not going to say, oh, well, sorry about the mistake I made. Would you help me out with this, or would you correct me? Imagine a narcissist saying that. Imagine a drill sergeant saying that. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Would you tell me the real story? Yeah, I could see that in Gomer Pyle with the sergeant. I forgot his name. But I could imagine a scenario in which he would, being sarcastic, to Gomer Pyle, telling him that, would you please tell me how to do it right? Something like that. But this is not a comedy. These guys take this stuff very seriously. Number three, the third iteration of saying no is just saying that I'm not going to do it. Or that maybe even that I can't do it. The drill sergeant doesn't want to hear that. The narcissist doesn't want to hear that. If he says you need to be at this place at that time, or you need to help him or her do this thing, or we're all going here to eat dinner, and you say, no, I don't want to do that. No, I won't do that. No, I can't do that. I'm busy. I'm going to go somewhere else. I got to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to go where I want to go. You do what you want to do. You come along if you want, and you're talking to a narcissist, and their brain's about to explode. Their head's about to pop. And you don't want to see that, because when a narcissist head pops, they get gunk all over you. You don't want that gunk on you. So, you might not want to trigger them. Number 4 is this. They also don't want you to use the word later. In other words, they say, let's do this thing now. And you say, well, yeah, I could see let's doing that, but I don't want to do it now. Let's do it later. Drill sergeant, get out of bed. It's what time do they get out of bed? 5 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. The drill sergeant says, get out of bed. They play revelry, maybe. Do they still do that? I got no idea. I've never been in the military. But it's the way they used to do it. So you got this one recruit, and now I don't want to get out of bed. I'll get up. But, let me sleep in a little bit, because I just don't feel like it. Not going to happen. Well, the drill sergeant / narcissist doesn't want to hear it either. He expects you, or she expects you to do what she or he wants you to do right now. Now, if you have had an experience with a narcissist, I want to challenge you to do this. If you don't mind, in the comments section, just tell us about one of those experiences when a narcissist wanted to do something now, and you said later. I'd be curious, other people who watch the channel, read the comments, would be interested as well. It's to have that shared experience. Now, we'll do it later. Number 5 is, this again is another iteration of saying no, and that is just saying, I'm not interested in that. Come on, the drill sergeant, you joined the Army to learn, but you're going to pick and choose like it's a salad bar what parts you're interested in and what parts you're not. I don't think that's going to happen. I think your career in the military is going to be over by the end of the day when you have that attitude and say things like, nah, I'm not interested in that. I'm going to do something else. Nah, you guys go ahead and march around the base. I'm going to go to the movies. I'm really not interested. I don't think I want to go on a 50-mile hike with a 50-mile backpack. No, go ahead. You guys have fun. Have a picnic if you want, but I don't care to do that. You think that's going to go over? Of course not. You know good and well it's not going to go over. So you start to understand it then, and the reason we're using this analogy, I hope you caught this, but the reason we're using this analogy is because the narcissist approaches you the same way. I got gout in my finger, by the way. That's why I'm wearing this thing. But the narcissist sees himself as the drill sergeant and you the recruit. That's your relationship. That's your symbiotic relationship with a narcissist. He is the drill sergeant. She is the drill sergeant. And your job is to do what? Well, is to please the drill sergeant. Your job is to please the narcissist in any way they expect you to, any way they want you to. All right, now we've got 2 rectangles on the screen, so we can keep hanging out if you want. All you got to do, let's keep talking, keep chatting. Just click one of those 2 rectangles and the conversation goes on. But if not, well, guys, thanks for stopping by, and we will see y'all next time.